Hi, everyone. I am back. So, yeah, you're getting a lot of me today. It's Saturday, and I do have time for that. All right. So, yeah, you can tell by the title, I am going to be doing a reaction video to recent events at BAG. So, for those of you who don't know, the Bag family is a beautiful Black American family whom have recently repatriated to the Gambia. They've been there for about 5 years and they are making serious moves. They are building a compound, employing lots of local workers. They're always wheeling and dealing. I absolutely love the dad. He reminds me so much of my father because he's always haggling for a better deal and, giving the contractors a hard time, but it's all in good fun and to make sure that they are getting the best quality for their money. They have several adult children, I think possibly 3 or 4. And it's just a really beautiful and unique thing to see this just normal, everyday Black family pick up their things and decide, okay, we're going to Africa. And as someone who is really into travel like myself, it is my dream to just one day travel the world. And Africa is like one of my top destinations. So that brings us to this video. The Bags have recently had a falling out with one of their employees, Haman. And I just wanted to weigh in because I think this is a powerful lesson for all of us in terms of what it means to be a person of color, to be Black, and then all of the things that come with affiliating with a specific tribe or group. So the Bags employed a very hardworking young man named Haman, and they treated him like a son for everything that we could see. They were very good to him. They paid him way more than the average Gambian is making, included him as a part of their family, and likewise, he showed a ton of affection and love for them. Enter money. Money causes so many issues between friends and family alike, and this situation was no different. As Haman began to become a popular face on the channel, folks began to say, hey, I want to donate to Haman. As opposed to donating to the larger Bag family, it became about this one specific person. And I can certainly see how that would be a source of tension and discomfort because initially it feels good, right? It feels like, hey, I'm putting someone on, I'm giving them shine. But then when it becomes the focus, it can detract from the larger goal. And indeed, that seems to be what has occurred. In the recent days, Haman has gone on the channel of a fellow YouTuber who has shared a lot of anti-Black American sentiments. She's caused a bit of a ruckus trying to get people deported. And she's just been, in general, a very divisive figure in that community. And so Haman chose to go on her channel and have an interview where she not so subtly implied that the Bag family was not paying him well and was not treating him well. And what appears to have disappointed the Bag family the most is that Haman did not dispute any of this. He just smiled, laughed, and just went along with it. And they have parted ways with Haman as a result. My reaction, I think the Bag family did the right thing 100%. Haman, although he is a great and hard worker, showed a ton of disloyalty to a family who, for all intents and purposes, put him on, right? Like, who would know of Haman if it weren't for the generosity of the Bags? They didn't have to put him on their channel. They didn't have to pay him more than the average Gambian makes. They chose to do that. And I think Haman missed a huge opportunity because, yes, while he's getting donations right now and he's feeling the love from his fellow Gambian right now, who's to say that will continue? I think if he would have stayed with the Bag family, he could have learned so much about business, about networks, about connections. And it appears that the Bag family even wanted to give him some ownership in their land. So I think this was a major error on Haman's part. And I think it was a learning lesson for the Bags, which is in America, we have been fooled into thinking that it's all about skin color, right? And if someone has the same skin color as you, that they are the same as you. And that's not the case. And this is a shining lesson, an example of that. Haman felt more loyalty to someone who was from the Gambia than he did to this American family who chose to help him and take him in as one of their own. Even with all of their generosity, even with them treating him as a son, even with them, giving him the donations that were meant for him on camera, no less, to make sure that people knew he was receiving what was his, he still chose to act in that manner towards the family. And honestly, in witnessing this play out in real time, it just gave me a very small glimpse into what the transatlantic slave trade must have been like. Because, yes, we know what the history is. However, what we don't often talk about is the role that Africans played in the slave trade. And if we get into that, it's going to be a lot deeper than you think. And so I just want to encourage the Bag family to continue on your mission. We are watching, we are rooting for you, we want you to win. And thank you for sharing this very public lesson with all of us. Perhaps this will give us some insight into what it really means to be a global citizen. And again, for me, the biggest takeaway is that relying on skin color to tell you who is your friend or who's on your team is a very risky proposition. Haman, in the moment where it mattered, sided with someone whom he considered to be his fellow countryman. And he did not mind dragging or allowing the dragging of the Bag family in doing so. I am curious to see what Haman's success will be like because, things come and go. And so, yeah, all of the, anti bag sentiment, is bringing in the donations right now. But once this all cools down in a month or two, will all those folks still be donating to you? Will that young lady still be so interested in you? She was never interested in you before. So let's see how it progresses. But for the Bag family, onward and upward. And I saw a lot of comments that were saying, oh, give Haman a second chance, take him back, he's young. No. In a word, no. And I will say it in French, no. And I will say it in Russian, niet. No. Plain and simple, Haman has showed that he cannot be trusted in the moments where it matters. And he may be young and he may be naive and all these things that you all assign to him. But at the end of the day, he knew what he was doing. And so to bring him back and give him an opportunity to do further damage, what if he sells some of the Bag family secrets? What if he tells someone about their business plans? What if he gives someone too much information and it opens them up to be robbed or worse? Bringing Haman back would be the wrong decision. And so, Bag family, my hat goes off to you. West Side, as you all like to say, and I will continue watching. So, what do you think? Did the bags do the right thing by parting ways with Haman? Let me know in the comments below. Bye.